Brilliance Audio presents Girls' Night Out by Liz Fenton and Lisa Steinke, performed by Karen Peaks. Waves lapped against the shore. It sounded as if the sea were breathing, in and out, in and out. Between the white caps breaking against the sand, there was a pause, almost as if the ocean were inhaling and preparing to release another breath. In and out, in and out. Natalie was in a haze, falling somewhere between sleep and semi-consciousness, about to let herself dip back into a deep lull, when she felt a breeze tickle her bare arms. Had they left the door to their hotel room ajar last night? She opened her eyes, expecting to see her suitcase parked in the corner, her espadrilles sitting next to the sliding glass door, her purse resting on the ledge behind her, her passport, extra pesos, and wedding ring locked away in the safe. She'd spy Ashley's brown curls poking out from beneath the sheets next to her, their clothes and shoes from the night before left in a forgotten pile on the floor. Squinting, Natalie attempted to adjust to the semi-darkness, the only light coming from the rising sun still resting on the ocean, about to make its way into the sky. She shot upright. She was outside, on the beach, lying under one of the hotel's rustic cabanas. She craned her neck, a sharp pain jolting her as she tried to turn it, expecting to see Ashley or possibly Lauren next to her, but all the chairs were empty. She swallowed, her throat dry. As she swung her legs over the side of the chaise, her wet dress clung to her. When she pulled at it, sand fell from the hem. She stood slowly as her head spun, noticing her calves were also caked. She paused, took a deep breath, and attempted to get her bearings. "Ashley? Lauren?" she called, even though she could see the beach was desolate, save for a stray dog running near the surf, his ribs visible through his fur. It felt like a dream. Was it? Her stomach fluttered, worry starting to build as she thought of having slept out here alone overnight, the things that could have happened to her. Ben would not be happy if he ever found out. After all the lectures he'd given her about Mexico, the things that could happen to women traveling alone, she couldn't let him know. Taking a quick inventory of her body, running her hands over it, she decided nothing seemed off, other than a throbbing behind her temples that rocketed through her skull every time she moved. Her legs felt heavy as she began to walk the narrow path that led to the hotel, stumbling slightly up the wooden steps, passing the rustic cottages and hoping no one would take notice of her. What would they think? That poor, almost 40-year-old woman who drank like she was half her age, then woke up outside. She shuddered. That wasn't her, not by a long shot. She hurried up the stairs toward her room, clinging to the railing, bile swirling in her stomach. She hoped Ashley would know why she'd slept outside, why she hadn't made it the 300 yards to their room, that she'd fill in the gaping hole in her memory. She imagined her friend's eyes narrowing as she took in Natalie's sandy legs, the way her crossbody purse was still secured lightly on her chest. Thank God it was still there. Then she'd play back the night in detail, filling in all the blank spots Natalie couldn't. Ashley would tell her not to worry. Natalie would worry anyway. Natalie tried to conjure what she could from the night before, their girls' night out. She recalled getting ready, putting on the black dress with the floral embroidery that she'd purchased from a street vendor in downtown Tulum, the dress that now hung heavy on her. She recalled going out to dinner, to that restaurant with the wooden tables. What was it called? She strained until the thought finally came. Heartwood. Yes, that was it. She recalled Ashley ordering Patron, Natalie protesting weakly before finally giving in. Despite her policy against doing tequila shots because they would only lead to no good, she could name a dozen possibilities. Ashley's big brown eyes had won her over when the small, hand-blown glasses were set on the table next to a plate of limes. Ashley's body had been angled just slightly away from Lauren, and her request was clear. "Please, have fun with me. We need this." And Ashley had been right. They'd needed it.